the thought of the week, the need to sound the alarm. And Isaiah 58 and verse 1 says, Cry loud and spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and shew my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins. And we're not going to read any more in that chapter, but we know that it goes on and it calls Isaiah a repairer of the breach. And but it tells us here to cry loud and spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and shew my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins. In today's time, with the battle that's going on in America between right and wrong and godliness and ungodliness, whether the Word of God is to be followed or not, or discrimination or no discrimination, and the way that the laws are being fashioned against the Word of God to condone sin, it's time that the children of God hearken unto what God told Isaiah, and that's to cry loud and spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet. Now, when we think about lifting up our voice like a trumpet, that means to sound the alarm. The trumpet meant many things to the children of Israel. They used trumpets to communicate. They used a trumpet to call an assembly, and it's time for the children of God to assemble together and to draw nigh to God, that He'll draw nigh to us. That it also was, when the certain trumpet sound went out, it was a rally cry for war. In other words, to begin to fight. And I believe that if there's ever been a time that the children of Israel, or that the children of God need to sound the alarm to gather together to fight, it would be in today's time. Now, our fathers and our forefathers failed to do that when they wanted to take prayer out of school, because they felt like, that will never happen. The Lord will never let that happen. The next thing came along, prayer was taken out of school. Now they're trying to fashion the laws that are ungodly and against the Word of God, and trying to change what God said marriage was into something that man said marriage is. And it's time that we stand up and we sound the alarm and we begin to stand and fight. Now we know that God can fight our battles for us, and God has the ability to win our battles for us, but down through time, God has always used His people to fight side by side with Him. Now we know that if fighting without Him won't prosper, but if we'll fight with God, the Bible said, if God be for you, who shall be against you? Now if we don't sound the alarm, if we don't begin to fight, if we don't begin to resist, all this ungodly deeds of this nation is going to be pushed down our throat, and we're going to be put into subjection of evil and ungodly men. But if we'll sound the alarm and we'll stand up and begin to fight and fight together, there's no end that God can't win this battle for us. May God bless you.